Victorian mansion stands beneath a full moon, its windows dark like empty eyes. The wind howls through the dead trees. A lone figure, James, mid-30s, flashlight in hand, pushes open the rusted gate.
They say Blackwood Manor has been abandoned for over a century. They say the walls whisper at night. I had to see for myself.
James steps inside. Dust swirls in the beam of his flashlight. The door slams shut behind him. He spins, heart pounding.
Hello? Is someone there?
Silence. Then, a faint whisper, unintelligible, crawling along the walls. James tightens his grip on the flashlight and moves deeper inside. A massive chandelier hangs precariously overhead. Faded portraits line the walls, their eyes seeming to follow James as he steps forward.
You shouldn't be here.
James whirls around, breathing hard.
Who said that?
A child's giggle echoes from the upper floor. He looks up. A shadow darts across the railing. James climbs the creaking stairs. A door at the end of the hallway stands ajar. He pushes it open. A dusty cradle sits in the center of the room. The air is heavy, thick with something unseen. A single wooden rocking horse sways on its own.
Who's there?
You woke them up.
Woke who up?
They're coming.
James stumbles backward. A chorus of whispers rises into screams. The walls seem to close in. Hands, shadowy skeletal, erupt from the floors and walls, reaching for him. James stumbles down the stairs in a blind panic. The basement is cold, lined with shelves of decayed books and broken furniture. He hears breathing, ragged and deep. A dim lantern flickers on, revealing a figure hunched over an old diary. A gaunt, elderly woman, Mrs. Blackwood, her face pale and hollow-eyed, looks up.
Mrs. Blackwood. You are not one of them, are you? Who are you? What is this place?
She raises a frail hand and points to a mural on the wall, an ancient painting depicting the Blackwood family. But the faces, they are twisted, monstrous.
They were cursed, bound to this house, feeding on the lost souls who enter, like you.
James steps back. The shadows flicker and morph. Figures begin to emerge from the walls, distorted and wraith-like.
How do I stop this?
Mrs. Blackwood holds out the diary, her fingers trembling.
The ritual. Finish what was started, or join them forever.
The whispering grows louder. The figures reach out, their hollow eyes fixed on James. James runs back upstairs, flipping through the diary. Symbols, incantations, his only chance. The shadows coil around him as he begins to chant the words written on the brittle pages. The house trembles. The chandelier crashes to the floor. The spirits scream in agony. The air ripples as the entities are sucked back into the walls, their forms twisting and writhing. James stumbles into the attic, where an ancient altar stands covered in dust. The final part of the ritual must be completed here. As he arranges the symbols, the whispers rise again.
You cannot stop us.
A mass of darkness swirls before him, forming into a towering specter with glowing, hollow eyes. James recites the incantation faster. Beads of sweat rolling down his forehead. The attic shakes violently. James stumbles out of the front door, gasping. The manor stands eerily still, its presence no longer suffocating. Behind him, the attic window shatters, releasing a final chilling scream. A final whisper lingers on the wind.
It is not over.
James looks back one last time. The door is slightly ajar open again. The house is waiting for its next visitor.